How you
60
doing, hon?
seconds.
You feeling good about this?
I'm very well prepared, Mavis. Believe me, I am set to go.
Okay, great. We're all very proud of you
Well,
here.
thank you.
Good evening. My name's Raul. I'm kind of like the maitre d' here at You Don't Know Jack. I will get you to your table. It'll be up to you to eat your meal. How many people do we have playing tonight?
Word pan.
Did I really need to be here for one player? I mean, one player. Hey, great. Welcome. Go ahead and type in your name. Oh, and do you want a 7-question game or a 21-question game?
That is wrong. It's my
Kind of mysterious.
All righty then.
I don't
30
know.
seconds.
Help.
You have the letter B as your buzzer. That's B as in Bridges of Madison County.
Just get out of here, you kidding me?
20 seconds.
Wilma, no
$20 at a
contest.
time.
All right, listen up. As soon as you think you know the answer to a question, buzz in. Then you have to hit the number that corresponds to the answer you want. You got that?
10 seconds.
Good
9,
luck.
Some bourbon, too,
8,
will you?
On,
7,
Okay, here we go. Lose
five,
the desktop.
4,
Go to black.
3.
Acquaintances, Thursday nights, followed by Caroline in prison.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Yeah, welcome to You Don't Know Jack TV, my friend. Just me and you tonight? How nice for us. What do you say you squeeze in nice and close? We'll take the phone off the hook. Maybe I'll even rub your feet later. You're all by yourself today? Don't worry about it. You imagine me right there next to you, mocking you. Okay, let's rock. All right, I need a category.
And now climbing up the charts all the way to number 1.
May I introduce Freud on Fish? You give me a right answer, I'll give you $3,000. Okay, imagine you've just woken up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat. You're frightened because you've just had another dream about salted fish eggs. Based on its signature closing line, what TV show planted that image in your head before you fell asleep? Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, America's Top 10, Tic-Tac-Doe, or The Jeffersons? At the end of each episode of Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, Robin Leach sends viewers champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Blending the finest qualities of guessing skills and pure luck, you've turned useless knowledge into cold, hard cash. I'm not wearing pants. Category, please. All right, give it up for Carpentry and Valley Girls. I'm gonna give away $3,000 this time. So you know what my father used to always tell me? Hey, idiot, you can't fit a square peg into a round hole. Sage advice. Because she starred on Square Pegs, whom of the following would you assume does not fit into a round hole? Shannon Doherty, Courtney Thorne-Smith, Sarah Jessica Parker, or Terry Hatcher?
U-G-L-Y, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly.
So you don't lose any sleep over it. Sarah Jessica Parker played Patty Green, one of the Square Pegs, on the 80s sitcom of the same name. These days, she'd fit much better into a more svelte and shapely hole. Give me a category.
We're losing him,
On
Doctor.
my count. 1, 2, 3. Never mind.
Let's take a look at What Would We Do, Baby, without guest stars. How does $2,000 sound? Uh-oh, that ne'er-do-well alcoholic Uncle Ned from Family Ties has gotten into the vanilla extract again. Considering the actor who portrayed Uncle Ned on Family Ties, what might he say when Alex finds him in the pantry? I like my vanilla shaken, not stirred. Stupid is a stupid drinks. Survey says vanilla! Or definitely vanilla. Definitely vanilla. Tom Hanks, a.k.a. Forrest Gump, riveted audiences as the alcoholic Uncle Ned on Family Ties. An earlier version of the script has Alex finding out that Uncle Ned is a cross-dresser living in a hotel for women. All right, pick a category.
Spotless window, shining floor, do it all with number 4.
Let's have a big warm welcome for the Lonely Hearts Network. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Hey, I want you to try and remember that TV show from a while ago, Bridget Loves Bernie. Given the premise of the show, which of the following personal ads would Bernie most likely have written? Single white male seeks single black female, divorced white father seeks nanny, single Jewish male seeks single Catholic female, or single white female seeks same. Bridget Loves Bernie was about an Irish Catholic girl who married a Jewish guy. Whoa, the stereotypes that must have flown through the air during those broadcasts. Time to pick a category. The category is Lucky Rednecks in the Way of God. You get it right, you get $2K. Ready? Catch this. Based on Granny's given name on the Beverly Hillbillies, what might you expect her to do on an episode? Part the water in the swimming pool, be crucified on a doorpost, herd pairs of critters into an ark, or sacrifice Jethro. Granny's name is Daisy Moses, so maybe she'd be able to part the water in the cement pond. Sorry, but you're not going to get a burning bush joke here. My mom raised me proper-like. Throw me a category. All right, don't freak out on me or nothing, but you're about to jump headfirst into a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat is Them's My Choppers, boy. Now, I'm going to list off 7 TV shows, and for each one, I want you to tell me if the show primarily features a hot motorcycle or a hot helicopter. Oh, yeah, baby. As each show comes up, if it features a hot motorcycle, you press 1. If it features a hot helicopter, press 2. And press 4 if you want to skip it. I'll give you $500 for each right answer, and you lose $500 for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. All right, I'm going to start you off with 30 seconds on the clock. It's showtime. Magnum PI, motorcycle or helicopter? Riptide. Street Hawk. Airwolf. Renegade. Blue Thunder. One more. Chopper 1. That's all of them. 3 right, 4 wrong. Why do I bother sometimes? Hey, don't look at me. You're the one who... Give me a category.
Question 7 is dedicated to the men and women of trivia.
We're calling this one, Oh, What a Feeling When Your Danza on the Ceiling. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Let's see how you handle this one. If Tony Danza and Tony the Tiger co-hosted the 50s show Tony Twin Time, which of the following would you most likely see? One of them chewing gum, one of them with permed hair, one of them reading the other's mind, or both of them reading the troubled twins? One of them reading the other's mind? Come on, think about it. The show would last about 10 seconds. Why didn't you pick this one? Tony Twin Time, a 1950 variety show hosted by Jack Lemmon, featured twins, one of whom always had a perm done by Tony, the show's sponsor. Hey, I think this perm is exactly what I needed to go with my gently feathered hair. Category, please.
Join us as we explore the fascinating world of 8.
Coming at you, Bars on Mars. $2,000 for a correct answer. One question coming right up. What ingredients would you find in an alien nation Boilermaker? Beer and a shot of blood, beer and a shot of curdled milk, beer and a shot of salt water, or beer and a shot of warm urine? Sorry, my friend, but the aliens from Alien Nation are afraid of salt water, which means no margaritas either. Salt around the rim to kill them. For the curious, here's the right answer. In that TV show Alien Nation, sour milk gets the aliens drunk. You ought to see what happens when they get a hold of some rotten fruit and leftover Chinese. All right, I need a category.
We fill your tank and check your number 9.
Well, what do we have here? Able to leap tall cruise ships in a single bound. $1,000 if you get it. All right, it's analogy time, people. Get your fingers twitching and buzz in when you think you've made the connection. Superman is to speeding bullet as Flipper is to the average dolphin, speeding boats, headless chickens, or lightning. Just like Superman is faster than a speeding bullet, Flipper is, if you believe the theme song, faster than lightning. Yeah, he may be fast, but does he have a pair of underoos named after him? Because having your image on children's underwear, that is a true mark of greatness. Throw me a category.
The following is a test of question 10. This is only a test.
This category is known as, but can he play a tiger? You get it right, I'm giving you $1,000. Eyes forward, we're going. Which of the following is not a former Tony Danza role? A housekeeper named Tony, a cop named Tony, a cab driver named Tony, or a garbage man named Tony? Oh, blech, oh my God. Here, you taste it. Let me show you what I would have picked. Tony Danza has not played a garbage man in a TV series, but when you're dealing with a talent of his magnitude, anything is possible. That's the end of round one. Don't touch that dial because we're going right into round two. Now in round two, every question is worth twice as much, so there's going to be some big cash moving around. Let's get to it. All right, pick a category.
11, come on, girl. Good question.
Here we have guys who wear more makeup than Tammy Faye. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Hey, do you remember that made-for-TV movie where the rock group Kiss encounters a wacky phantom? Do you? Huh? Please, say yes. Given where Kiss faces the phantom, which of the following scenes would you most likely see? Paul Stanley riding the merry-go-round, Gene Simmons licking the president, Ace Frehley singing with Pavarotti, or Peter Criss running from a lion? In 1978, Kiss starred in Kiss Meets the Phantom of the park being an amusement park. And what a brilliant examination of contemporary mores that film was. Like the scene where the band is sunbathing with their makeup still on, it exemplifies our fascination with creating our own image. There's no joke here. It's just that Kiss always makes me think about the bigger picture. Time to pick a category. For your enjoyment, it's a bloody stew, darling. 4K coming your way for a right answer. Darling, lovey, be a dear and listen up. Imagine that Patsy from Absolutely Fabulous went nuts and decided to cook. Okay, that's enough of that. In a fit of desperation, Patsy takes a pinch of Adina's daughter to add to her spicy stew. Based on Adina's daughter's name, what spice would she be adding? Dill, rosemary, ginger, or saffron? I'm sorry, children. Please don't feed the loser. Oh, sweetie. Eddie's daughter's name is Saffron, or Saffy. She's a bloody buggery bore who's never any fun at all. Now, is this question finished? I need a drink, sweetie. Give me a category.
Flash, we interrupt this game to bring you a special question.
Let's see what we got going. Paternity at the Ponderosa. You get it right, you get 2K. Put it in gear, because here we go. It's Mother's Day on Bonanza, and the Cartwright boys are preparing their presents. Because they have the same mother, which of the boys could go in on a present together? Adam and Hoss, Little Joe and Hoss, Adam, Little Joe and Hoss, or none of them? The three Cartwright boys have the same father, but all have different mothers. Not to mention that all their mothers are dead. Hey, why doesn't anybody keep a closer eye on Ben, Black Widow, or Cartwright over there? All right, I need a category. Hey, bless Smut with Dime Store.
It is time for our TV session.
One gibberish category coming up. Overheard in the Garden of Eden. Let's see how much of $10,000 you can win on this gibberish question. Now here's the deal. The more time you take, the less cash you get. Okay, prick up your ears and tell me, what TV show does this phrase rhyme with? Grip easy. Eve, sit. You're hot. And try to ignore that punctuation. First clue, it features strange stories and... This could do it. Type in your answer and hit return. Yeah, it's a pretty ballsy title, but not nearly as much as the original, Ripley's We Don't Give a Crap What You Think About It. Category, please.
The thrill of answering. The agony of 15.
For your viewing pleasure, The World Don't Move to the beat of just one show. If you know this one, you're getting $4,000. Hey, you remember the Gary Coleman show? No, not Different Strokes, but the 80s cartoon about Gary Coleman. Given Gary Coleman's character on the Gary Coleman show, what might confused viewers think happened to Arnold from Different Strokes? Would they think he died and went to heaven? He was abandoned by Mr. Drummond? He really let himself go? Or he went to live on another planet? On the Gary Coleman show, Lil Gary is an angel trying to get his wings by doing good deeds on Earth, so confused viewers might think Arnold died. Which is a little more than I'd hoped for. You know, I just wanted to see him get a good whooping every once in a while, that's all. All right, pick a category. And our special guest tonight, yeah, but can he assemble an all-star band? I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Forward March. If Ringo Starr had the same powers as the title character in The Powers of Matthew Starr, what could he have done for the Beatles? Had George Harrison fired, played his drums without touching them, killed Paul McCartney with a single word, or foreseen the band's breakup? Foreseen the band's breakup? No special powers were necessary for that one, my friend. Here's the one you didn't pick. Amongst other things, Matthew Starr was telekinetic, so Ringo Starr would be able to play his drums without even touching them. Although some people say that Ringo's playing style already sounds as though he's never touched a drum kit. Throw me a category.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
God bless.
You're beautiful.
I believe this one is called Mythical Bars. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. Okay, wipe the sleep out of your eyes. See if you can figure out the following analogy. Trojans is to Greeks as Cheers is to Fenway Park, Gary's Old Town Tavern, Melville's Fine Seafood, or Mom's Bordello. Just like the Trojans and the Greeks had a long-time rivalry that included the Trojan War, maybe you've heard of it, Cheers and Gary's Old Town Tavern are all-around nemesis. Yeah, I think there was this one episode where Sammy finds a woman in his bed, only to have these guys jump out of her late at night and, well, okay, it didn't happen. Time to pick a category.
You know what? You're playing great. I'll stop bugging you now. You know what? Actually, just one more question. Question 18.
Today's specialties include It's Not Polite to Point Her, Sister. How does $2,000 sound? And now, your question. If the Pointer Sisters added TV's Sister Betrill to their lineup, what song would fans most likely hear in their repertoire? He's So Transsexual, Neutron Topless Dancer, Fly for My Love, or I'm So Electric. And you're so trans-wrongual. Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? Sister Betrill is the title character from the 1960s sitcom The Flying Nun. But I think Whoopi Goldberg already has a lock on that whole singing nun thing, though. Category, please.
Minty cool, minty fresh 19.
Open wide and get ready for I'm not a doctor, but I smell like one on TV. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. So if you've ever wanted to smell like a hospital, here's your chance. Introducing a new fragrance by that alluring doctor, Ben Casey. Based on the opening line of the hospital drama, what made-up cologne name would complete this commercial tagline? Man, woman, birth, death, endlessness by Ben Casey. Longevity by Ben Casey. Infinity by Ben Casey. Or Forever by Ben Casey. The final word in the opening of Ben Casey is infinity. And you can smell it for blocks. All right, I need a category.
Question 20 now concludes its broadcast day.
The category? Mrs. Livingston, I presume. How does $4,000 grab you? Okay, remember that guy Stanley? He went to Africa and he said, Dr. Livingston, I presume? Well, imagine this. Instead of finding Dr. Livingston, Stanley encounters Mrs. Livingston from The Courtship of Eddie's Father, based on her role in the show How Might He Greet Her? Mrs. Livingston, Eddie grew in your womb. Mrs. Livingston, alive from the tomb. Mrs. Livingston, type this by noon, or Mrs. Livingston, clean Eddie's room. Type this by noon? Sure, just type WRONG. Hey, if you got a minute, take a look at this. Mrs. Livingston was the housekeeper, so he probably would have told her to clean Eddie's room. Oh, and when you're done with that, Mrs. Livingston, why don't you float up the Congo and kill me some dinner, will you? Give me a category. You've almost made it to the... Oh, you already know the attack. Well, don't let me stand in your way. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about. 3 naughty boys. Now, play nice, or it's no TV for a week. Good luck. You know more about TV trivia than anyone else who played that time. How does that make you feel, huh? Kind of like...
You don't know, Jack!
Very nice work, people. Let's get those commercials going. Raul, hon, we doing this again?
Yeah, if you want to play again, just, let me know.
Psychic enemy told me to abandon my cancer research facility for a menial low-paying job at the Perky Putt mini golf range. Thanks, Psychic enemies.
Psychic enemies give financial advice.
After I gave him my social security number and bank account number, my psychic enemy predicted bank fraud. Thanks, Psychic enemies.
And psychic enemies know about love.
Psychic enemies told me to break up with a wealthy Nobel Prize winner and go back to unsatisfying one-night stands. Thanks, Psychic enemies.
1-900 enemies. With enemies like these, you'll never have friends again.
Have you ever wanted to be a professional television announcer but thought to yourself you just don't have the voice for it? Well, now you too can have the pipes needed to enter a glamorous career of selling crap on television.
My real voice is like this.
But with the Sybil 5000 voice semblance generator, any voice can be an announcer voice. Just set the dial on the Sybil 5000 to the voice you want to have. Choose from Suave Beer Guy, smooth, refreshing, effervescent, auto sales.
With prices so low, the cars practically drive themselves off the lot.
Even feminine hygiene.
I feel fresh all over.
Order now and we'll throw in the Looney Tuner to generate dozens of your own cartoon voices like Superhero Guy. Don't worry, I'll protect you. Zany Alien. Don't move, Earth Creature. Or Dopey Dinosaur. The Sybil 5000 and the Looney Tuner are both available for the special introductory price of $19,995. Order now and you too can be selling crap like this.
People all over the world are falling unconscious for 6 to 8 hours every night. What is this sleeping disease? Do you have it? Find out tonight.
Loose women. Don't sleep with them.
Why?
They're not the marrying kind.
Oh.
This message brought to you by the United States Department of Condescending Paternalism.
What's the matter, Jane?
Jill, it's Roger. He pays more attention to that TV than he does to me.
I used to have the same problem, till I found out about the boob tube.
The boob tube?
It's a portable television with twin screens that you can strap to your chest.
Does it work?
I'll say. The boob tube saved my marriage. Last year, our anniversary fell on the same night as the Super Bowl. Thanks to the boob tube, we were able to have a romantic dinner out, and Dave still got to watch his precious game. And even though he was yelling at the referees, to onlookers, it looked like we were having a real conversation.
I wish other people thought Roger and I had real conversations.
Try the boob tube.
I will.
Later that evening.
Roger, what do you think of the dinner I made for you?
It's good! Yes!
Roger, what would you like to do after dinner?
Make a pass! Go for it! Run, you bastard, run!
Thanks, boob tube.
The Boob Tube by Chestovision, now featuring boob within a boob for your spouse's multiple viewing pleasure.
Having trouble getting into those jeans?
I've tried everything to lose weight. Pills, shakes, liposuction, even stomach stapling. But nothing seems to work.
Well, you don't have to anymore. Not with Limb Whacker.
Limb Whacker? What is it?
Limb Whacker is the most advanced weight loss system available. Limb Whacker's technology allows you to lose 10, 20, or even up to 40 pounds in one day. Guaranteed. Just turn the switch to on. And see how Limb Whacker can change a flab day into a fab day.
Wow, my fat legs are finally gone. Thanks, Limb Whacker.
I battled with my weight for 30 years. Then I heard about Limb Whacker. I lost both arms and my right leg in less than 5 minutes. It's a little tougher to get around, but I finally have the body I've always dreamed of.
And so can you. Limb Whacker can be yours now for only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Call today and we'll throw in a stainless steel tourniquet absolutely free. Limb Whacker. Slims and trims by removing limbs.